Hello everyone. Good evening. I take this opportunity to welcome you to this class. Today, we'll be looking at basically how you will evaluate your product. Remember, we only have 2 sessions. That is today and next week. So probably today we just want to see your testing protocols, what you have put in place just to do your evaluation. Then come next week, you're going to do your final product demonstration. So today, it's just about to remind us ourselves of what evaluation entails. So you'll find that for us to confirm whether you have developed as a successful product, then you must have a good evaluation procedure. And this is going to form part of your documentation in the part of evaluation and testing and evaluation. So you'll recall that during evaluation, you need to tell us the testing regime that you will develop, you'll adopt, that is, and how that choice is relevant to the methodology that you are using to develop your product. So this testing protocol needs to have some objectives, then the process, then you tell us, you need to document the result. That is the output of this test. And this will be now what, when you're doing your final product demonstration, we are going to have a client evaluation, which will, during that time, we'll be able to assess the outcome of your product against the specification document, and also in terms of professional practice. We know that if you say that your product will have registration, login, we need to look at it in terms of professional expectation, like what is the standard practice? Does it meet those professional or practitioner standards? Yeah, so I'm just reviewing this just to prepare us, and also to enable you refine your product, so that come next week, you'll be able to demonstrate it and be able to write a good test output. So uh, I'm just revisiting the marking criteria. This is just to help you um, improve on your product. And these are the things that will enable you um, to score high marks. So first of all, I have received inquiries whether somebody is allowed to change their specification document. Yeah, so all these are based on how well you can develop your product. Because the first thing that we are looking at is, are you able to elicit and document a comprehensive and a consistent? So the requirement should be comprehensive and consistent, and that's why we are not allowed to change it. Then you also had a project plan. Are you able to finish your project within that plan? And are you able to have concrete and achievable deliverables? So that if you say within 1 week you are to have this done, was it the case? Then the other week, the following week, you are to do maybe 3, 4. Was it the case? Yeah, so these are part of things that we'll be looking at when you're doing your final product demonstration. So I'm just enlightening you, highlighting this just to open up your understanding, be prepared both mentally and at the same time um, intellectually. So we'll also be looking at development methodology, technologies, tools. Can you justify that the tools or the methodology, the technologies, have they helped you to do your develop your product accordingly? Yeah, so ability also to produce a quality system in terms of functionality and interface. So we'll be looking again at the interface, the functionality, at the same time the interface. So in your testing protocol, please try to include how to test for the interface, ability to plan and execute a meaningful testing protocol. That is what you are going to demonstrate today, and the testing protocol and evaluation. Today you are just going to prepare yourself. Just tell us how you plan to test and evaluate your product. Then demonstrate ability of reflective practices that shows that the development process and the product was properly tested and evaluated. And you had some lessons that you learned during the development of that product, and you can transfer them to your personal development and of course any similar project that you will undertake. So looking at this, the summary. So having a set of requirements is 10: project planning, choice of methodology and tools, system that meets the client requirements, having a testing protocol and client evaluation, critical evaluation, and of course, that is what will be looked at. Yeah, so I was just revisiting this just to um, bring you up to speed, so that as you continue to develop your product, you are also mindful of these things. And remember, these are things that we opened in the in the early days, just to prepare you. So I would want you to be, when it comes to your final evaluation, please ensure that all these things have been put into consideration. Yeah, so without taking more time, I just want you to tell us um, how you can confirm whether um, the functional requirements have been taken into consideration. Or you need to tell us your testing protocol. Now, testing protocol will look at how do you want to evaluate your product. If somebody was to come and check your product, what is your protocol? And I think this is part of what we had written in our requirement specification. So yeah, that's basically what we are going to do. It's not going to be long because remember, today we are going up. We are going. The class is running for only 2 hours, so which means I will try to be a bit brief in terms of the minutes allocated to each person, but we'll try to make it as comprehensive as possible. Yeah, so let me open this session. First of all, if somebody has any clarification, or if you want...
Yeah, hi sir, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Good, good. Okay, sir,
Yeah.
I just wanted to find out, is there a certain format to follow while making the testing protocol, or do we just stick to what we had identified in the requirement specification? We just enhance that?
And the testing protocol is not there's no specific testing protocol, but you need to look at the methodology that you had adopted. The software development methodology, it should guide your testing protocol. And the testing protocol here is just to tell us how somebody can evaluate your product and confirm that the functionalities have been achieved.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so for the testing protocol, it should, there's no, you don't have to work with a standard way, but you need to adopt one protocol, or even a test plan, and you'll now develop a template by yourself. So this template should be just unique to you, should not be the same with other other people. So all this is just dependent on your product. Remember, your product has unique features, and there's a way in which you can
Yeah.
confirm to
So,
a client that
so
the functionalities have been done well.
okay.
Yes.
So basically, the testing protocol is going to test the functionalities. So we kind of make a template testing each functionality which we had stated and feature, how to test it, what procedures to follow. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can have an objective. In most cases, people have an objective.
Yeah.
Um, Objective may be the functionality. For example, um, if you want to, you said that your product will have a calendar of events. So the objective is to test whether the calendar of events is accessible, is user friendly. Okay, you now have to specifically state your objective for that test. Then the process, the how do you do that test? Then what are the expected output? Then during the evaluation, what was the output? Then what are your comments on that?
And then come again. What was the last thing?
Okay, it needs to have, first of all, the objective. Why do you want to do that specific test? Then what is the process? How do you go about it? The process. Then what is expected? If that functionality is working correctly, what do we expect? Then during evaluation, which will be next week, right? We'll now go to each of those test activities and do them. And then you are going to record the output. So the next column will be probably the actual output. Then the last column should be the remarks.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that one makes sense. But you need to be very creative. We don't need to have the same test plan. I'm just giving you hints, but you need to make it in such a way that it's not a common, how do you call it? It's not a common testing protocol, because that one will imply that we are just using generic approaches, but we need to use uh, a system, a product, um, customized evaluation procedures, and those should be based basically on your product. So one person test plan cannot be the same to another person. It should be very unique. But what we are looking at is that you have an objective. Like if you have now that test, the test protocols, then you will identify the areas that you want to test. Then tell us the process. After that, the actual output during the test, then um, okay, the expected output, the actual output, and basically the remarks. Okay, so any other reaction?
Sir, I wanted to ask, we are supposed to make a video at the end, yeah?
Yes.
So next week when we present, can we just cut the class recording and just use that instead of recording it again?
Well, you can take advantage of the class recording. In fact, that will be wonderful, so that you can basically chop off um, uh, the video recording for your for the for you for the time that you are doing your evaluation. Yeah, I think that will work. About that, no, that was cushion. Yeah, yeah, it can work. You can basically chop off the video recording when you're doing your demonstration. But that will be next week.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
thank you, sir.
Yeah. Today we are just making preparation, just preparing yourself so that you don't ambush you. Because next week I'll not I'll just start off and um, you guys will just pick a number. I think you need to pick a number early enough so that once we start, it's just you just tell me what you have done, and I'll also give my comments based on what you've done and what is expected of you. Okay, so I think we can start off. Okay, Usman, uh, Usman, you can come on board. I think you can start off, followed by James. So please just pick numbers. All right. So already we have 4, 5. Kush is there. And something to tell you is that you need to enjoy this, because you're the one who has developed this product. You need to sell this product. So when you're doing your presentation, don't make it don't show as if this you are not interested in this product. You need to be very enthusiastic about your product. You need to tell us how this product, you've worked on it um, tirelessly, and at the end of it, um, you have you have the best product that the client should be happy with. So those are some of um, the thoughts that you need to have when you are presenting your product. Make sure you are selling your product and you're enthusiastic about it. You have given your best and you're happy to present it to the client. Yeah. So let me welcome Usman.
Yes, good evening, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you. I'm fine as well. So, could you? Okay, thank you.
Okay. So having
are we marking? Are we marking, or you want to see the progress?
no, today is just to see the progress in preparation for the evaluation next week.
Okay. So
yeah.
Okay then. Let me present.
So you need to, I believe you know your requirement specification.
Yes.
Yeah. So you need just to tell us how you have how you'll confirm that those functionality have been um, implemented. Yeah, so you need to basically that's what we need to hear from each presenter. So please go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so in terms of the evaluation, I had a plan to actually have a questionnaire. So now this is now how when you come to the first page, this is how you will see it. Of course, there's some information to be kept at the home page, but this is the idea. So if a normal user can come after using the website, they can just come to the questionnaire, and this is part of a way of collecting data I had decided. So this is after filling the surname and email address. I will ask, can you easily register? So this will help me now in evaluating the system. Can you easily register? After how many minutes is a report generated? Because I had initially wanted it to be less than 5 minutes. How easy is it to generate a report? Are the statistics well informative? Now this is the user. I'm collecting the information from the user. Is it easy to view the pre-recorded videos? Are various games promoted? Can the reminders be set easily? Once they are ready to do that, they can just click on submit. Now that's a part of one of the way of collecting information from the user. Now, if you can see, my system was only registered users can go to the calendar and add reminders. So the schedule will just show you the dates of when the events are to take place. And also my system is supposed to allow users to make predictions. So if you're not registered, you cannot make a prediction. Let's go to registration. Now registration, there's the admin, there's the sign up, and there's the sign in. Let's say you want to sign up. So can I kindly use your name?
Okay, please go ahead, no problem.
Thank you. So, Ishmael. Let's say Ishmael. Country of firm, let's say Nairobi. Email address, let's say anything. So at yahoo.com. Choose a sport you're interested in watching, archery, boxing, curling. Password 123. Sign up. It says, congratulations, you have successfully registered, and automatically takes you to the login page so that you can start enjoying the system, man.
Okay.
So your username was what? We come there, database registration. Of course, the user will know this at the back of his head, but the username is Ishmael. Okay, we need to be very careful with the spelling. Yeah. Escape banner. Paste. Hi.
And I was thinking you don't need to include admin under registration.
Oh, okay. So I put register admin next to registration as a separate separate tab. Amma?
Yes, just separate it from registration.
So that
you can just say, or what you can do, you can talk of users. Instead of saying registration, you can talk of users.
Okay.
Yeah, so that under users, you'll have admin, you'll have sign up, you'll have login or sign in.
Ah,
Yes.
so what you want me to do is now, where is this gone to? Under, let's say,
Yeah.
login, discover. I come over here and I say users.
Yeah, that one you can just talk of users.
Uh, so it reads like this.
Yeah, I think that one
Yeah,
takes care of everything, because at that point users can be, maybe they want to log in as admin,
yeah,
or they want to sign up, or they want to sign in.
yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So okay, fine. So we put in the username. Password was 123. 123. Oi. So I'm telling it was working during the day.
Yeah, so these are the things we'll be doing next week. Then you record so that there is the expected output and the actual output.
Yeah. So it's not working. Why is it not working, Bona? So I saw it was working.
Okay, no problem. Just note it down so that you test and make sure that during evaluation, nothing goes down.
Okay. Okay, no worries. Then let's go and we've done registration. Now we go to admin. Oh, maybe I know why. You know why? Because there was a problem from 1 minute. I show you something. From it, this registration was to go to the login.php. Okay, anyways. Okay, you put here admin and put the password 1234. My system does not allow for another admin to come in. Okay, you cannot create another admin. There's only one admin.
And
Is
how
that
do you
okay?
admin?
This I created it manually, sir.
Okay.
Show you what should I do? Should I show how to create an admin or what do I do?
No. You don't need. Then you need to have meaningful name. So just say administrator login page, because
Oh,
admin those are somehow some slang, the slang terms. And
okay.
remember, you are doing a professional product. You are developing a professional product.
Yeah.
So basically, what you can do, you can say admin login page. Um, yeah, this page you can call it admin login page.
Okay.
Then
Do I need to
then I would want to ask you,
Mm.
what was the main functionality in this product? What is the niche?
The niche prediction, then adding to the calendar, then the souvenirs. Mm.
Okay. Okay. So please go to the admin page. Just proceed to the admin page.
You see, it works.
Okay.
Did you see that registration has gone from here now?
Yes. And
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. Those are the things that you need to.
But sir, now I have a problem. I have a problem. Sir, I have a problem. My problem is once you've logged in,
Yes.
you have logged in. I've
Yeah.
seen my fellow colleagues, they're very professional, I'm telling you. They have this, it shows over here, admin, it shows so and so user is logged in, it has a logout page, it has the session, and then also you cannot go back. You see, now I can go back. What is this? I can go forward, it logs me again. That should not happen, yeah.
Yeah, so those are now.
So how do I do that validation, sir? Huh? How? Sir, I don't know. You have to tell me, sir, how do I do it?
Yeah. I believe you've seen James has shared something on the chat.
If statements based on user sessions, then you said doing what?
Yeah, so what happens, that's very good of you, James.
Thank you.
Remember that for a web page, because you can go back and forth, you need to check when somebody is logged in. So logging in, you can only check by using what we call a session.
Okay, logging in with session, okay.
Yeah, so sessions are created and destroyed. So you need to create a session once you're logged in, and that session will capture the details that you want. It should capture your username, the full name.
Yeah.
It should capture your ID, the user ID, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically the name, ID, user ID as it is stored on the database.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
And the moment you are redirected to the successful login page,
yeah,
you need now to create that session and store those values there.
Okay.
And after that, you need to now effect session on all pages, so that if there's a page that you don't want somebody to access if they're not logged in, then you check for that session, whether that session is live or it has been destroyed.
Okay. And how do you do that? How do you do that? Using that link which James sent me.
Yeah, you need just to click on it. Have you clicked on it?
Yeah, it opens to this PHP if else statement.
Well, I think this is just to check control. This is just to make a decision whether a session is there.
Okay.
But just do a search on PHP sessions. I think it is even there. It is even on that.
Where? There. Ah, it's nice.
Yeah. So you can work with session, not cookies. Cookies will be on the browser, but on the back end, it is better use session. So I believe if you go through that, you'll be able to.
I'll go through this and then so it says starts. But sir, let me show you something. Look. You see, I kept session start here. It's not working now.
Yeah, but session is started. But you have not. You need to store. Okay, once the session is running, then now you need to set a session variable.
Okay, session.
For example, if you username, you need to store it the moment somebody logs in successfully.
Okay.
Yeah, I know some of your colleagues here.
Very professional, like I tell you.
Yeah, like James, Paul, I think even last time they had shown how they worked with the session.
Mm.
But it is something that it's not difficult. And Mark you, Usman,
Yeah.
because you are doing this for the first time, you will have a lot to write under personal reflection.
Oh yes. Oh
You
yes.
have to tell us how you learned all this, and
I struggling on a lot.
that is the essence of doing this unit. It's not about really programming, but just about
Struggling.
working with a structure, working with a laid down procedure, and just ensuring that you are aware of the resources you have,
Yeah.
And that's why when I was telling you, when I was taking people back and forth with their requirement specification document, it was with a reason, because some people could not even identify the resources that they have at their disposal.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And those are the resources that are helping you to improve on your product, to develop your product successfully.
No, Sami, I thought I did this login page. Now I don't know why it's not working. And the entire day, the way I was working on it.
Yeah, because you have commented. Those codes are commented.
These ones.
Yeah. You have commented that.
Let's see. Then 1, 2, 3.
So go to the login page. There's a page you are heading to
Login.
where you are doing the login.
When you see now, this is for when I say submit. When I say form action login PHP, when I say submit, what should happen, and what happens is this one over here. You see?
Yeah, so you need to go to that page, login. Where is it?
Login. See, login is here. So this is my login page. This is login.
No. The page that processes your login.
It's this one. It's this one, sir.
Okay, where do you check if somebody has successfully logged in? At what point?
When they go to the user, there's the user. Yeah, let me open for you 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. This one, you see, welcome. Once you log in, this is what should come.
Okay, now I think you need to look at it keenly. Try to check that there are always some examples that have been worked out that once you log in.
That's the thing now. You see, the logic is what I am not understanding, being my first time, sir. So there's a lot, but I know. You know.
Okay, now what you need to do is at the point of where you see where you are creating, you are doing a search on the DB.
Yeah.
Then again, there are some codes that you've written there. I think the JavaScript code. I think Zainab has mentioned that you need to remove those JavaScript codes.
So if I move, then how will I do the validation? You didn't back up, right? Don't be behind. I told you to back up.
Okay. Usman, I think, okay, you are generating a JavaScript to tell you that that has happened. But you know, I think you can work with a different way. You can work around this in a different way. Instead of putting in a JavaScript code, you need to put in an error message, or you can validate this on the login page. You remember, you see the login.php.
So I tried doing that. In fact, I tried doing that with PHP a while ago. I tried. In fact, if you can just give me a minute, 1 minute, I show you right now. 1 minute. It's just that I've changed the codes, but I took a screenshot. Let me just show you what I did. But it was, I created an array of the error messages, you know. And so just 1 minute.
And you can write that code within the login.php page. You don't need to process it in a different page. I think that will simplify your work.
Look. So can you see this page? Can you see this screenshot?
Yes.
I said errors is equals to array. If post the username and the password with that. If empty username and password, if username errors, display that. If password errors, display that. Else select.
Let me tell you the problem. The moment you are on login.php page and you click submit, it will not come to this page. It will go to login something. I don't know, you called it login something.
Logging in.
Yeah, and the naming, again, the file naming is not, should be informative. Because when you say logging in, what does that one mean?
Logging in. But okay, I'll look at that. Because form action, from what I understand, is that when you say submit.
So please put it on login.php. Don't put logging in. Yes.
Now, how will this link to my code of the PHP which I've put over here?
No, we don't want to take you there before you successfully log in. That one will complicate because you are still learning most of the things. Just try to process. Go back to login.php.
It brings back this page only, sir. Hello.
Now on this page, do you have the code for? Just scroll down or scroll up. I thought you had the code for processing your login.
This is the one. This is the one for processing the login one. And then you want to see the config as well.
No. The config is not important. Okay, now what you'll do, I want you to check on, because of how time is moving a bit fast, I want you to work on managing session. Like once you submit the login, you need to capture the post data, like post username, password. Then you need to query this from the database. If it is there, then you redirect. You first create a session. You start a session. You put in the session variables and their values. Then you redirect somebody to a successful login page, right?
So every week then it's pushed forward, 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 every week. So there's no classes available where you can maybe set some time for the people who are struggling and help them understand the basics of this PHP and how to connect. Because like this is telling me to swim, but now I don't know how to swim.
Yeah, but you see, okay, you know, this unit is not for the programming.
If
It
you
is
don't program, how will
using,
you get things done?
right? I think you can look at the links that you've been given, because um, just try to check. Just try to check the links that you've been given, and try to work on something fast, right? Osman, are you there?
Yes, I'm over here.
Yeah, so the issue is the unit is not meant for programming. It is assumed that you already have some knowledge, and whatever knowledge you have, it doesn't mean that if you have um, less knowledge, then you'll be penalized. No, it is just how you have improved from where you are to now, and the product that you are developing. And that's why this time around, logging in was not a must. Remember when I gave you the feedback from the module leader.
Well, the thing
It
is
was,
that that's late now because we got the feedback late after submitting our requirement specification document. Had we got it at that time, maybe then I would not have put it here, yeah?
you see, you are putting this, and you are given time to reflect on what you can deliver, first of all. Yeah, so just try to, if you need more, I'll send you more links that you can follow, and I think you can try to fix that login issue, because registration is working. It's just a matter of logging in. Just work with sessions that need to be captured when somebody logs in, and be destroyed if somebody logs out. So that is the
So
logic
maybe
behind
Friday
logging.
afternoon, if you're okay, we can meet at the college.
No, not really. There are other classes. So the session that I usually have is this, which is allocated. The one that is, is, uh, is scheduled.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. I know the unit is usually sometimes challenging to the students because it is not when we do the programming, it is assumed that already you have some programming knowledge, and it is at this point that you are guided to now develop a professional, to follow a professional process to develop a product. I know that distinction is usually a bit confusing to the students, but that's how the module is. Okay, so let's come to let's allow James to present to us.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so I haven't had much chance to work on this, but I've just tidied up some things on here, and I'm just gonna probably add a couple of things just on the front. But last week, schedule. So I worked out how to do this. So this is pulled from the database. So I created some tables for that. You can see on each of these. So these are. So you can see that they have icons based on their the type of event it is. So opening ceremony and things. And I just put these tooltips.
Okay.
So
First of all, James.
Sorry.
Can you tell us the main functionality, something that is just unique about your product? Can we start from there?
Well, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what I've shown you.
In terms of the Olympic, remember the Fun Olympic Committee?
Yeah.
They had a problem, and you are coming to solve their problem.
Yeah. So I've created the voting form. So this form, I showed you that last week.
Yes, yes.
So that can be submitted. I've created the admin login. I showed you that.
Yes.
So I showed you this chart, these charts I created with the results. So that's part of my requirement specification. The only thing I'm thinking about maybe on this page, these pages, is to just put this into a standard table, just so it's easier to read, maybe, or someone wants to do something with the data. But otherwise, I've just done the normal stuff. So stadiums, sports. Why isn't that loading? Okay, need to check that.
Okay, okay, James. Let me just ask you.
Yeah.
In terms of the functionality, there's the registration, login, voting, and
there's no registration because the assignment says there's no requirement for registration. So you just need to be able to submit your details. Okay. You don't actually have to register.
Okay.
It asks for an administrative login, which I've done. Viewing results, which I've done. Each sport has its own page. So you got the main page, and then you can choose the sports. The one thing that I was thinking maybe to do from this schedule,
yes,
which shouldn't take too long, is so each of these are links of the minute to the sports page.
Yeah.
But what I want to do is actually maybe change that to a link to a page where it would hold the video for the live stream content that they wanted. So when you click on that link, it will then take you to the live stream page for this event. But otherwise, that's pretty much all I've got.
So let me ask you another question.
Yeah.
In terms of the functionalities, um, um, yeah, I've seen the login, I've seen the voting, I've seen the schedule, right?
Yeah. I did show you that you can add a news article. I showed you that last week.
Okay, as administrator, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm what I'm advising is that for each of the functionality, you need to be aware of um, first of all, how does it add value to the product? That is the objective. Then,
Mhm.
how do you confirm that it has been done correctly?
Well, that's what I wanted to show you next. But so yesterday and today, I was creating my test cases.
Yes. That's especially that's what we are.
So can I show you that or not?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see that?
Right.
So because we did user experience a couple of terms ago, I've gone through that and just sort of used that as the basis of how I will do this. So normal stuff, test introduction, just a brief overview, purpose and goals, testing methodology, and specific areas for testing. So that's based off of the requirement specification. Yep.
Yes.
And then obviously measures, which qualitative and quantitative.
Right.
So obviously, depending on what they are, you put them into either category. Test environment. So the way I'm going to do it is, because I've got a spare laptop, I'll just use that as a host, as a normal one connected to the server, and then also as a user smartphone, so I can view it on that device. So I've listed that there, and then the network. In Chromium Developer Tools, you can simulate the 3G connection speed, so I'm planning on doing that, just to see how quickly it loads. And then each test, I've got about 7 at the minute, but I don't know if that's too many or too little. So each one goes specifically based on these. So user form, whether user form works.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Okay.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's well done.
okay. So this is the task sheet. So I modified it from the UX one where you were supposed to have some actual testers doing it, but this will just be me. So, I mean, this is just you work through this, and then once you've done that, you fill in this questionnaire. So these are qualitative and these are quantitative. So you can say that. So it gives you some space to put some notes down and things like that. And that's the same for each of them. So I've done one test result for smartphone and then for the computer for each test, unless specified. And then what I'll do, I know what they are, but I need to go through them. I don't know if you want them printed and scanned in, or you want them, it's okay for me just to fill this in here.
No. You just fill it as what is important is just to know how you can test for the functionality.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're talking about the voting, what is it? Why is it important? Why was that functionality put in place? That is the objective.
Mm-hmm.
Then how do you confirm that that functionality has been achieved, or the product has you have actually implemented that functionality professionally, and during now the testing that which we'll do next week, you now put in the actual test results. The actual test results, like we'll go to, okay, just go back to where you have the functionality.
These.
Yes. So first of all, we'll look at a user form for submitting favorite sports and personal information. So we'll ask yourself, how do you do it? How do you confirm that user is able to submit a favorite sport and personal information? I believe this is how it is appearing on your practitioner product specification, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so we'll ask ourselves, if this is a product that you wanted to develop, how can we be sure that a user form for submitting favorite sport and personal information is working? So
can I also add a checklist on here just to say, because I can do something like at the end of this, I can then put checkbox, check the database, check that the table has been updated with the correct information, and check that maybe
that is also that's also correct. For example, if you are testing for registration, the test would be, the process would be that somebody is presented with a form, then the person will key in some details, then press a submit button. And the output, the expected output is that either you see a successful notification that you have successfully registered, and you can confirm this on the database. So you go to the database and tell us that actually the information has been stored on the database. Again, you have received a notification, a confirmation notification. As simple as that.
Yeah.
Then during evaluation, which is next week, we are going to now do that process, and you need to record the actual output.
Yeah, I want to go through these this week and do them so that they're done. But I just wanted to check with you before I did any more.
Yes.
This was okay to use.
This is very okay. This is fantastic.
Okay.
So you just need to check that all the functionality have been included, and you know very well how you'll go about it, because you're the one to demonstrate your product. Me, I don't know the product. You're the one who knows the product, so you need to tell me, how do I confirm that before you give me this product that it is working? How can we test it with you? Just the same way, if you went to a shop and to buy bulb, then they'll pick that bulb, put it, slot it in a socket, then switch on something, then tell you, you see, it is generating light. Then now you can pick it. So basically, that's what we are will be doing next week. So today is just to prepare you and tell us how, before you give me the product, how will I confirm that the product is what I expected. Yeah. So whatever you've done, I think this is perfect. This is good. So just try to include all the functionality and have a checklist. You can be as creative as possible to have a way in which you record the actual output.
Yeah, I didn't want to, because look, it's nearly 26 pages just for this at the minute. So I didn't want to do too much if it was not necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, but the general documentation about testing is good. I think you've covered almost all the areas. And you need just now to put the test for individual functionality. Then the functionality should be flowing in should be having some precedence. For example, you can test for voting before somebody is before testing for, say, registration. If there is a registration, you can so you put them in terms of the order.
Yeah, that's why I put the login form before the viewing the reports.
Yes.
You can't do one without the other.
Okay.
But yeah,
So
I get what you mean.
Okay. And I would want to see how do you simulate a 3G data connection? That's very interesting.
I'll show you. Hang on.
Okay.
So if you go on here, any I think even Firefox does it, but you can right click on here and inspect, or it'll be developer tools, inspect, or something similar. So the good thing with that is that you can also simulate a smartphone layout. So you don't have to use your phone, but if you go to network, you see up here, fast 3G, 3G, or you can make your own. So if you wanted to put some 4G, and then you just add in the download and upload speed and latency. And then if you disable the cache, then it won't store data when you reload it. So now if I do it on a fast 3G, see how it took just a couple of seconds there, and then if you reload it, it will simulate a slower connection. It takes about 10 seconds maybe, depending on the content. So that way you can see whether any media elements on your page are like pictures and things like that. You see like this, loads in slower. So you might be able to optimize some things on your page. So it's a good way of checking.
Wow, that's fantastic. And now you can test for the non-functionality.
Yeah.
The non-functional, that is non-functional features. For example, the page download speed, the response time. Yeah, so this is fantastic. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
I think your colleague should also take advantage. These are now the tools. If you are talking about tools, the power of tools, and these are the resources that you have at your disposal.
Yeah, this is useful, and it's built into nearly everything.
Yeah.
You can also check your errors, any recommendations for your code, so that's useful. You can check your style, formatting, stuff like that. You can see how things are laid out, so it's useful.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you need to document this and put it under testing and evaluation.
Yeah.
Just that part of the non-functional requirements, say checking at the speed, page download speed. Then you tell us for you to confirm this, you will activate the toolkit, the web toolkit functionality on Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. Mm-hmm. Yeah, then now you simulate how if you deploy this product in a real world setup, this is how it will behave. Yeah, I think that's good. That's good, James.
Okay.
So you can just report to me in terms of the functionality without, because I know it will take a bit of time. Today was just to ensure that you know how to document the evaluation of your product.
Mhm.
But just to report, are there other things that are still remaining?
Only on the wish list, because I think I said last week that I probably didn't put too many things on the actual specification that I wanted to do. So I'm just adding in things where I may have forgotten or they're on the wish list, but I don't think I'll be able to do the language switch.
Okay.
But we'll see.
The multilingual feature, that is.
Yeah, I mean, I did build up all the database and stuff based on doing that, but I don't know whether I'll be able to have time to implement it, but we'll see.
Okay. All right, thank you, James.
Okay.
I think that's good work. Just refine it in readiness for our next week meeting.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let me welcome Paul.
Hello, just sharing my screen. So let me just start from what I was to do last week. Basically, the idea that was given was to have this hover effect and have this pop-up. So this is implemented now. I have also added some gallery page. So basically, I realized that I had missed this part from my requirements. So this is now in place. Now what I'm working on is basically to, when you click on an icon or photo, it pops, it blows up, fills up the screen. That should be done at least before the end of today. From my requirements list, I believe I don't have anything pending apart from the wish list. So I have started embarked on doing the evaluation document. So this is basically what I've done so far. I've broken it down to like two sections. So basically, the administrative modules are defined here, and there's a note here saying that 3 to 8 and highlighted in blue are basically for admin. So basically, this is what I've captured so far. I'm doing it for, because my system is basically the management section is doing addition, editing, and deletion. So I am working on the edit, and I've done the addition and the editing components. I'm yet to do the deletion part. The user-facing components, the public ones, are a bit simple, so there's really not much to do. There are not many steps about them, so it's just a matter of giving directions. Click here and click more. You should see this, and this is how I'm recording. So basically, my expected results, the actual result that you get, and whether that result is a pass or a fail. So if you match what you have here with what is expected, then that's basically a pass. So at the end of the day, basically I should just have passes on this column. Yep, I believe that's pretty much it.
Yes, Paul, I think that is also is in order. And I believe you put them in a logical order. At least I can see registration, then login. That's perfect. Then user management, event scheduling. Then you have games, information management. Fantastic. Athletes profile management, and country profile management, then game results, event display, games information, additional gallery, and athletes profile display. Yeah, so this is perfectly well. You can just have some intro in terms of Um, I know, as much as you have lots of features or functionality. Basically, the intro should be the highlight of this product. Yeah, like the main features. Remember, from day one, we are talking of the main features. There are some unique things that you know about this product. So you can just, it can be an intro to this testing and evaluation, so that when it reaches a point that you want to evaluate, you know you are selling your product. I think, I don't know if you put it there. I might have bypassed that. Okay, I think that is just information to the user, right?
Yeah, it's basically this is where I was doing my introduction. I'm yet to flesh it a little bit more.
All right.
So I mean, this is just at least something to get started with.
Fantastic. I think it's yeah, it's moving on well. So just try to put those few um, just some highlights, some core features about your product that just at the start of it, somebody will have will have at the back of their mind that this product is about it's about 1, 2, 3, just some 1, 2, 3 core features which can summarize your product. Remember where you wrote the product to be delivered. In fact, the product to be delivered, whatever you wrote there, I think should form part of the intro. Yeah, like you say, we are going to evaluate. For example, if I just pick your uh, requirement specification document, let me just read it verbatim. This is, okay, so working with the example of Paul, the product that you want to deliver, you wanted to deliver, you have stated um, a product that is web-based that will provide fans with interactive experience that will showcase the games and allow them to track the progress of different games, including showing game scores and medal acquisition by the different teams or athletes in real time. Yeah, so that should form part of your intro, just to, before you go to the nitty gritty, but you just tell us that this is, uh, here we are going to test for a web-based system that is able to provide fans with interactive experience that will showcase the games and allow them to track progress of different games, including game scores, medal acquisition by different teams in real time. Yeah, so once you do that, then now you go to the nitty gritty of how to achieve that and the steps of how to confirm whether that product has met um, the requirement. Yes, so that's basically the modification you need to add there, but the testing protocol is in order. Thank you, Paul. Let's have Sahil.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
So, I have a slight problem. My internet is actually really not stable. I've disconnected like 7 times already when Paul and James are presenting. I don't mind sharing my screen, but Let me just try actually. Wait. So can you see my screen? Hello.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Yeah. So yeah. So same old as I showed you last week. General information. I just added a footer. These links do work if I click any of them, they take me to the Olympics page. I'm able to view games. Yeah. As for last week, so you told me that instead of creating new pages for each and every game, all the games should just show in one page, just that when the call should be different. I made that work. So as you can see, the page it's called test.
Yes. And how are you?
If I go back to the games and click, sorry.
Okay, yeah, just move on.
And then I'm able to view players today this time. So it just shows the player lists. If I click on more, it's still the same. All on to log in for the admin. If I put
Sahil, I don't know if I'm not seeing any change.
sorry sir, I got disconnected. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So if I just type in any random password, I'll get the message of invalid username and password.
Okay.
This is the So this is the admin page. He can view, edit, and add games. If he clicks on more, he can just see the lists. So let's say if I want to change the first game, I want to change the date. The game ID doesn't change even if the admin wants to try. So let's say if I move it to 29, as you can see, the game has changed 29th from 28.
Sahil, you there? I cannot hear you. Sahel? Okay, we seem to have lost
Hello.
Sahil. I think
Yes.
we will come back. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there's a time you are not audible. But please, can you share? Can you share with us your testing protocol? First of
I
all,
don't. Uh-huh.
first of all, tell us. Do you have something on how you evaluate your product?
I don't have my test case ready yet.
Okay. So please prepare it, and then can you open your practitioner product specification document?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a minute, sir.
Right. So the product to be delivered, the system for Yoki Olympic is
Sir,
going to
can
be.
you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. I'm just reading the product that you'll be delivering next week. An informational web-based system where viewers can be informed about the upcoming games, and viewers are able to know which countries that is are participating. It seems you've disabled the sharing again.
Yeah, I'm sharing again. Sorry, sir. My net is just bad today.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, Sahil, is that you will have to introduce your product, the one that you want to deliver, that you want the client to confirm whether you have brought the correct product, and
Yes.
you are now going to prepare a test case or testing protocol for both
Yeah.
the functional and non-functional requirement. So I need you to, I know there are many content in terms of how you can evaluate a software. So just come up with your own way, um, and tell us how, like if I want general information about Olympics, how can I be sure that general information about Olympics has been implemented? You see? So tell us how we can test for that. Calendar of events, calendar of game events. How can I be sure before I pick your product that calendar of game events has been done properly? So you need just to document these functional or the features of your product, how to test for them, the expected output basically, and come next week, we'll just go through one by one, and you document the output.
Yes.
Yeah, so whatever is still remaining, please ensure you work on them and you finish, because the next week activity is going to be 35%, a whooping 35% of the unit. So we need to take it very seriously and ensure that by the time we are presenting our product, it is going to meet the client expectation. So I've seen you've made progress. That's very good. Prepare now a test protocol for that product, and come next week, we'll be able to confirm whether those functionality have been developed.
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you, sir.
thank you, Sahil. Unless you have any question, we can move to Kush.
Hi, sir.
Hi, how are you?
So I'm good, and you?
I'm good too.
Okay, sir. So last week,
Yes.
you told me to make this calendar
Yeah.
get pulled from the database, but I could not do it in this format. So instead, I put it in a table like this, where when you click view, it gives you the details and the dates, and it's all pulled from the database.
Ah,
Yeah, so like closing ceremony and basketball. I've only done these because I finally managed to make it work today, but I still have. I'll be able to add the rest by next week.
okay.
Yeah, it's
But I
just to
believe,
add now into the database.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. But why are you calling employee name?
So I was just when I was doing it actually, I was
Yeah.
just trying to see what was affecting the date the where is it the the code from the errors. So I was just messing around to see
Okay.
what was the issue.
Okay.
Yes.
Then if you decide to go this way, because these are events, I would want you maybe to add the event date before being more information.
Yeah.
I think without clicking, I need to know when this event is going to happen, or what do you think? So that before viewing more, um, there is something that can guide me to view more. What do you think? If
So
you
so
click the
like an
date,
instruction saying if you want to view the dates, you click on view. Because sister, for some events,
yes,
if I may show you,
yeah,
there's gaps like cycling road. You
yeah,
can see there's a gap of like 1 or 2 days. For some
okay,
of them, it's more. Uh, so I don't know if I can give a range, but I can try to add an extra row which says these events run from this date to this date.
yeah. I think that will be perfect. Um, because what will prompt somebody to click viewing more? Yeah, it
Yeah,
is something should motivate or ignite a user to click uh, to view more. So if you add another column, um, um, then you'll be able to, like for example, the event date. I don't know
yeah,
if the way you put the dates, and even if that date can be converted to like in terms of the time remaining. No, I don't want to complicate. I don't want to complicate your product first. I'm just giving you those are optional, but they are better in terms of making a professional product.
yeah. No,
Uh,
sir, it's okay. I'll manage. I just have to add, like, let's say it starts on 24th
yeah,
and down here it ends on 26th.
yes,
I can just have a start date and end date and show 24th and 26th.
yeah. Then if you can talk of upcoming and if you can separate, I don't know if by the time you are querying, you can know an event that has occurred or event that is upcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is just food for thought. But first of all, it's just to make your event calendar work faster.
Yeah, so I'll just I'll work with the information you've given me. I'll see what I can and cannot do.
Okay. Then again, let your page be consistent. Can you just go back to, well, click on Fun Olympic Calendar, the first tab. Can you scroll up? Yeah,
This
yeah.
one?
So, yeah, you need to fix your header or the navigation bar.
Yeah. No, sir.
And
This one it was just a temporary page with what I was working with. Once it
okay,
was working, I was going to implement it. In fact, I just made this work like 10 minutes before the class started.
okay.
Yeah.
No problem. Provided you know how the final product should be, like, because those are the things we'll be looking at also. In terms of the interface, interface was emphasized. So we are trying to look at a consistent interface, which is not confusing to users.
Yeah.
I think there are some things you mentioned under non-functional requirement. Those you might have talked of. I think okay,
So
to load
I hope you
user
can see.
friendly. Yeah, so that those words user friendly and allow novice users.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to make it as user friendly as possible.
Yeah. So I'll work on that this week. It shouldn't take much time.
Okay. Then do you have your test protocol?
No, sir, but I gave an example in the evaluation
Yes.
over here. It will basically use this format
Okay.
where if it passes, you say like what happened. If it fails, you basically write what happens. But based on some of the information you've given the previous students,
Yes.
I need to expand on this table.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Kush. So just improve on the remaining parts. Like you talked about the leaderboard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just ensure. Can you scroll to the parts on the product to be delivered? Yes. A website where the user and administrator can log in and later can update the live leaderboards, as well as track the progress of the games and view a calendar of events. So that word, I need to see it on your when you are presenting your product next time.
So which word?
That product, you see the product to be delivered to the client?
Yeah.
Yes. So I want to see a website where a user and administrator can log in.
Okay.
And later, I think there are some things there's some spelling you are to edit there. Later update the live leaderboard. So the main thing here is that live leaderboard,
Yeah.
as well as track the progress of games and view calendar of events.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one will form the intro in terms of your testing protocol. So you just say, this is a test protocol for a website where users and administrator can log in and later update the live leaderboards, as well as track the progress of the game and view calendar of events. In order to confirm this, we'll be looking at registration of users, login of users and administrator, calendar of events. I'm just giving you a way in which you can you can come up with an evaluation document or your test protocol. So that's
Yes,
how you need to look at it. Just to when you present your product, how do you confirm that the product is right, the right product? Yeah.
okay, thank you, sir. Sir, I'll do that.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Kush, for that presentation and also the changes that you've done so far. I think next should be Zainab.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Hello.
So first, I'll show you my website.
Yes.
Can you see my screen? Hello.
No, not yet. Please try again.
Now. Hello.
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so this is my homepage that I had showed you last week. It shows the historical information of Fun Olympics. And then I'll go to enroll page, which is same as user sign up, whereby the user can fill in information. So for instance, if I just and the sport the user is interested in. So I have like 4 sports. So if I choose in any and I register, it says that the user already exists. So basically I had tried with the same username and the same email earlier to register, so the user won't, so it won't repeat it again. So I'll have to just write a new name. I click on register, it says user registered, and the information will be saved in a database. And then I'll go to watch games, whereby the user can watch recorded games depending on the schedule. So like I have 4 sports. So so this one is football, which was played on 9th of April, whereby the user can view the time it was played, the venue, and then the recorded video. Same as this one, but then there is one which is yet to be played. So it says that recorded game is yet to be uploaded. Stay tuned. Same goes for all of the sports: athletics, badminton, and also basketball. Then I have schedule, which is same as fixtures, which shows the date, time, venue, the team names, which is team A versus team B, and the sport name. So basically, all of this information was taken from a database. Even for the watch games, the information was taken from the database. The sports, which shows the different, which shows information of each sport. So I have athletics, football, basketball, and badminton. And then for my requirement specification document, I had one requirement whereby user can send any query. So I have it in my contact us page, whereby I have to write the name of the user, the email, and any message, like for instance, hi, when will the football finals will be uploaded? So if I submit, it says query registered, and which will be saved in the database. Now I have my administration login. So if I just enter any incorrect password, we'll say invalid username or password. So I'll have to enter the username and the password properly. So I'll be redirected to the admin page. So this is the admin homepage, whereby it has a button which, like if I click this button, I'll be redirected to user home. And also I cannot go back. It won't allow. Yeah, so this is the home page. I have acquired user, whereby users information is viewed. I can also edit and delete it. Games. I can also upload the video URL, which will be saved and then displayed in the games page. Update information, sport information, update fixtures, and view queries. Yeah, that's all.
Wow, that's great. Um, you will just fix a few things, like when administrator has logged in, you can work with the redirect script just to take you to one of the pages. It can either be a page where you are updating the video games or managing users, or you can just create a page which administrator lands onto by default. Then the other, right?
Sorry, I don't get you.
What I'm saying,
Yeah.
when the administrator has logged in,
Yes.
you can select one of the pages to be the landing page, be the default landing page for the administrator. That is, you can work with a redirect script, just to take take the administrator to that page. You remember when you log in, then you have to click home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to avoid that, those are just ways in which you improve on your product, just to make it more professional.
Okay.
Yes. I like something about you have. I think you have put in how do you call it? favicon. I think that's good. Others can also take advantage of that. You know what favicon is?
Yes.
Can you identify? Can you show us?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So others, you can also, those who are listening, you can also create just the logo. The logo you can convert it to favicon and display it in your page. It's very simple. It should not be a complicated thing. Then you need to take us through your product. So we need to know. Thank you, James. You've shared a link that you can create favicon. Can you open for us your requirement specification document?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So first of all, do you have your test protocol?
Yes, I do, but I haven't finished it. Like I thought that it's mainly just for the non-functional requirements. So I had done the non-functional requirements, so I still have to do the functional requirements.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Is it possible you can share what you have?
yeah. So basically, I have done like a questionnaire type.
Okay.
Because in my evaluation, I had stated that I would create a questionnaire.
All right.
Yeah, so these are just some questions to be asked. So this is the functional requirements, which I've not yet finished. I've just done historical information. And this is the non-functional requirements.
Okay.
Yeah, and these testing were also stated in my evaluation.
All right.
Yeah, so that's all I have for now.
Okay. Thank you for that. Just go back to the document. Yeah. So next week we'll be looking at a web platform for the city of Yokio, which will have a page to show time and date of approaching games of different sports and allow users to watch recorded game. Yeah, so that is the product that you'll be presenting to us. And so just ensure each of these functional requirements, both functional and non-functional requirements, have been implemented, and you can show us how to confirm that they are implemented satisfactorily. Yeah, so that's what we'll be looking at next week, right?
Yeah, and I want to ask regarding the test and evaluation document that I just showed you earlier. Is
Right.
it open or do I need any changes?
Just come on again.
Like, do I have to change anything?
No, because first of all, just scroll to the evaluation part, Let's see what you stated. All right, a questionnaire will be issued out for the testing. The testing will be done in 4 ways. Functionality, user testing, compatibility and performance testing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just arrange your questionnaire in that order. I think you have done that.
Yeah, but then do I have to add the functional requirements as well?
Yes, and you've told us very well here that the first part is functional testing, right?
Yeah.
So let it have these 4 components.
Okay.
And functional requirement, that is the main thing. That's it can't miss. It in fact should be the first thing to be tested. All right.
Okay, so thank you.
Okay. I see there James is talking of usability. On that function, on that part of usability, Zainab, you can because you had included it. Maybe you want to customize it, just to put more emphasis on how usable your product is. So I think James, because Zainab had put it in under evaluation, she can still go ahead and just tell us. Why did she separate? Remember, the document is can be customized. Based on your circumstance.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
so
James,
basically
as much as it is a non-functional requirement, but because she had included it, probably you can tell us those usability matrix. Maybe you are concerned about usability. For example, if you're working with products that are very technical, they usually give just a different a different way of evaluation. For example, if you went to buy a car compared to buying a book, you have to go for a test drive, but if you went to buy a book, then the evaluation is very simple. It's just to check if that book has the number of pages, maybe in terms of the quality of the papers. Yeah. But if you're buying a car, then the evaluation becomes very rigorous. And that evaluation can be, you can now categorize it. You can categorize it the way you want. So that if it is a non-functional and there is a specific non-functional part that you want to somehow emphasize, then you can separate it and just say, okay, this is just for testing this specific part. Yeah, but it is still, in this case, it is still non-functional, but because you had put it there, Zainab, you just tell us you may have a reason why you want to emphasize on the usability, especially on the interface, and also just navigating through the website.
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right, then who is next? I can see Naval, Kome, Diego.
Sir?
Yes, yes, Kome.
Can I go next?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So the issue I had before with my
And we missed you last time. You were not around last week, all right? Kome? Are you there?
hello?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I kinda exited by mistake. I was saying,
Yes.
I was having the issue I had before in my login system.
Yeah.
The solution was for me to just simply start it again because I really convoluted everything else. So well, I haven't now completed the user interface, the login system. I have the UI I was going to use. So is it okay if I show you that?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Just a few pages around to get it. Just share. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see. I can see your
okay.
machine.
Yeah, so this
Yes.
is the UI. So I was going to add my home pages here with all the events. This is me basically starting up again. So to just have home, okay, events, venues, and about. So this is the home page. So now how the system works is that this is the login. So this will be the login system. So once people have a username and password, they'll be able to log in, and then also there's the registration page now, which I was working on again now. So yeah, this are the pages I was having. So I had to start again, but at least now I understand the code. So by even to this week, I'll be done with it.
Okay. Thank you for that. Can you share with us your document? That is a requirement specification document.
Oh, yeah, yes, sure. Okay, it's
Okay, so I'm looking at the product to be delivered. A web-based solution that will share information about the Fun Olympic event, which can be accessed for free by the public. The solution will also have exclusive content for users that register as members, which will give them more details on the event itself and the athletes participating. Yeah, so just have that at the back of your mind, that those who are logging in should have some preference in terms of what they're able to see on their webpage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you call it the members page.
Yeah, so what was happening was that, so I haven't had it here. So this will be the free pages that will be available to, well, the non-members. So they'll just see issues about
the public.
Yeah, the public.
Yes.
Then once people log in, they'll have their own exclusive pages.
Okay.
That are only available to the members.
Okay. You are talking of interviews with athletes.
Yeah, interviews, videos, and some infographics.
Past event infographics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are waiting for that. I believe by next week you will be able to I'll implement this.
Yeah. So the login system, I pretty much figured out. So just make another HTML, some other pages in HTML with CSS also, not just for displaying the other pages.
Okay. All right. And do you have a test protocol?
At the moment, no. I just want to first finish this. So once I start the test, I have something to, well, test properly with.
Okay. But are you conversant with developing that test protocol document?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's great. That's great.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kome, for that presentation. Let's hear from Naval. I don't know, Naval, Diego, Daniel. I don't know who is Redmi. Redmi Note 7. I don't know who has logged in with that name. Diego, are you there? Daniel? Yeah, you know, this is a bit unfortunate because when it comes to next week, it will be a bit unfortunate to those who have not prepared for it.
Sir, I'm there.
That's
Naval.
Naval, okay.
Yes, sir. I tried to do the implement the what do you call the product, but I wasn't able to connect to the database. I'm still working on it, but I can show you my non-functional. Is it functional or non-functional? If they've been met or not.
Had we concluded on that? I think your document had an issue, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you have not
There was only one issue. I think you said we will do it at the end of this lesson.
and yeah, that's a bit tricky now because you're remaining with 1 week.
Yeah.
And the document has not been finalized. How will you account for the time that you agree with the client?
Are you free between now and next week?
Free in terms of?
To go through this requirement specification together.
No, what we can do, we can look at it just after just after people present. Yeah, then we can look at it it.
Okay.
Yeah, because there were very fundamental things that I wanted you to incorporate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just hold on. Then we just check on it. Okay. Diego, are you there? Dashil is not there today. Daniel? Yeah, it's a bit strange that every day you attend the classes, but you can't present or give a feedback. I don't know if you're there or you've just logged in automatically. Okay, because we don't have anybody to present again, Dashil, not Dashil, Naval, I think you can go ahead and project your document. We just fix it, then we close.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. So just scroll up. So that part of the product to be delivered, I believe it is a bit long.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to trim it, huh? Because
okay.
you are telling us that the product will be a computer-based solution. Now, when you talk about computer-based solution, those are, is it a website? Is it?
It's a, what do you call it? It's a website.
Yeah, so just call it a website because computer-based solution is
vague. Is it vague?
Yeah, a website that the users will be able to log in.
Okay.
To log into.
Yes.
Register themselves so that they can receive computer-generated email. You don't need to stock of computer generated. Emails are just, yeah, emails are already computer generated. So
Okay. Can receive an email. Yes.
and it is not can, will. You know, when
Okay.
you say can, then you have a way of escaping it.
Okay.
Will
Okay.
receive email giving them updates on the events, on the game, which is the special. Okay, now I need also to, I don't know how you can rephrase that term. What are you? Which kind of product are you intending? What is it about?
Getting an email on the events.
Okay.
Yes.
Then what is the other thing that this solution will have?
It's just to get receiving an email on the updates on the events that are taking place at the Fun Olympics. That's it.
Yeah. So okay. How is that important to the Fun Olympic Committee? Do you think that is it will add much value to the Fun Olympic Committee?
Yes, because
Just
if they
receiving email.
like on when the events will take place, so that they can't miss out on any sporting event they want to watch.
So I need you to refine that product to be delivered.
Yes.
Yeah, just say it is. It will be a website that will enable users to receive email notification about the events on the game. Yeah, so I'm just giving you words, but you will write your own words. Huh? I want you to just simplify it. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, a website that will enable users to receive notification about the game events, you know.
To receive an email giving them updates on the events, on the games, which is the special feature being offered.
Why special?
This is not the special, but the main feature.
Why do you call it main feature?
That's what the product is all about.
Yeah, so you don't have to say it. Just say it will give updates on the event.
Yes. Okay.
Then you are saying this solution will require security regulation to safeguard users' login. And backend, IA user and administrator. Yeah, then you just stop there. Then you say, okay, the product will be a website that now I need you just to write simple, flawless, without including much of those. Will be able to, you know.
Oh, yeah, sorry, will, yeah.
So the product will be a website where users will receive email, you know.
Yes, an email giving them updates on the events.
Yes.
On the games, yes.
On the game events, or I don't know if events on the game. How is it events on the game? I think I can just talk of game events. Huh?
Yeah. Something going on that the users will be able to receive on the game events. Yes, on the game events.
On the game events. And this website, okay, we've said our website. Okay, then you say, and we'll have administrator page, and we'll have an administrator page.
Yes. That's it. I remove the rest.
Yeah, I think you can now remove the rest. Yeah, but I think you need to refine it still. It's still not, the product will be a website. Yeah, administrator page with password protection. I think that makes sense. I think, yeah, you've nailed it. I think that's correct. Then let's look at the functional requirements.
Yes.
Now, these are the things I think I mentioned to you in your email. The administrator should be the only one with authorization to access users' data, to maintain security of users' data. Yeah. Just talk of okay, let me see. That last part, there will be a login page for both administrator and users. Which users?
Oh, they are not for users. That's a mistake.
Then that one should be the first one, because it is in terms of precedence, it should be the first functionality.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So you can put it first.
Yes.
There will be a login page for the administrator. The administrator should be the one so what you can say is that the administrator
the administrator,
the system will allow, so you can say that the system will allow only the administrator to manage the site data. The system will only allow or you can say, oh, the system will allow only the administrator. Okay. The system will allow or how we okay. The system will allow only the administrator to manage the site content. Then the ability for user to put their information about themselves is in this not registration.
Sorry?
So you can say that the system will allow users to register
the system
will allow users to register or to subscribe, because you have email notification. So I think the right word is to subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe. To subscribe for email notification. To subscribe for email notifications. Yeah, so you don't need to put, for example, DOB. Yeah, those are details. Then the last functionality is the system will send email notification, right? Once the users subscribe, they'll receive notification. So you tell us what the system will do in terms of email notification. So the next requirement is the system will send email notifications to subscribed users of the site.
Of the site. Of the events.
No, you just want to send notification. So we'll send a notification to subscribe users. Yeah, of the events, of the game events. Yeah, so you can talk of game events. Right?
Yes.
So you can remove that last part. Is there anything that your system will do?
What do you mean?
Any other functional requirement? You need to remove that last part.
This one?
Yeah, because we have taken care of it.
Yes, okay. What about the non-functional? Is it good?
Should be compatible with the common web browsers like Chrome. Just make sure Chrome is capital C because it is something we know. Firefox. While gathering and storing users' data in the database, it should be at most 30 seconds. Are you sure you'll be able to do that?
The maximum should be 30 seconds. So it will work in between 0 and 30 seconds. Like it takes a short amount of time.
And okay, the statement that you put, I think you need to reword it. While gathering and storing users' data in the database,
it should take
at most. So, and why is it important? Why don't you talk of subscription? User subscription, but I don't know. I don't know if it will take 30 seconds.
Will it take more than that?
Because the time taken for your information to be stored in the database is not that important compared to time taken for a user to subscribe. So why don't you talk of the time taken to make a subscription? We don't mind how long it takes to store your information into the database, but
okay.
Okay, then you have, so you can talk of User subscription. Okay, subscription process should take at most 30 seconds. But if you're able to achieve that, then there's no problem. Problem will come if you can't prove that.
The subscription meaning like it should appear on the database, right?
No, subscription is if somebody goes to your website and fills in the information. That process should be, how long should it take?
To fill in the information.
And be subscribed. Like I want to subscribe so that I get email notification. How long does it take for me to
also receive the email also?
Right?
Yeah, then it should be like 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, so that is more important than telling us how information is being stored in the database. Because that one is also dependent on very many factors.
Okay.
And it is not important to the users compared to a time taken for you to actually subscribe. Then the next thing you are talking of, easy to access registration form, i.e. should be
ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous. That one, how will you prove that?
Okay. It'll be hard to prove that one.
Yeah, because being ubiquitous is a very big thing, because yes, somebody will have very rudimentary device, and because you've said it should be ubiquitous, you'll not be able to prove that. Okay.
So I remove this point?
Yeah, I think you need to remove that. Easy to use while registering users. What does that mean?
Sorry?
What does that statement mean?
Easy to use while registering users.
Yes.
Like while putting in the information, it's easy to understand and easy to use. Like there's no problems with the putting in their own information, their personal information, or rather their information. Yeah.
How is that? Okay. What value does it add? And how will you test? How will you test it?
How will I test it?
Yeah.
Don't know. I really don't know that one.
Yeah, because if you put it there, then you'll have to prove for us how you're the one giving us a product. You're giving us proposal of a product that you want to develop.
Mm-hmm.
The web page will be easily comprehensible. What does that mean? And simplistic, and also have a bit of color to look attractive and pleasing to the eye. So I think all the wordings you mean, what you intended is that the web page should be will be attractive or pleasing to the eye.
Yes. Or pleasing.
Now, okay, how will you measure that? How will you prove that?
I'll have to do a questionnaire or something.
And when you put questionnaire, what kind of things will you ask people?
Like,
to
was it
confirm
easy
that?
was it easy to put in your information? Did you understand what to do? Something like that.
Yeah, that is a bit ambiguous, but maybe you can just say the website will be
simplistic.
Simplistic, I don't think so. Simplistic, I don't think if you're able to measure that. Are you able to measure simplicity?
Nope.
There are attributes. What attributes will you look for when you're asking, when you are confirming simplicity of your product?
I don't know how to measure it.
So what you can say is that the website will have colors. I think colors was okay, which are pleasing to the eye, and okay, so you can add that. The website will have colors, or you can talk of cool colors that are pleasing to the eye, with because you want to confirm the user friendliness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just say the website will have cool colors that are pleasing to the eye.
We'll have colors
that are pleasing to the eye.
Yes.
Pleasing to the eye and making the website more attractive, or making the website attractive. Let's talk of more attractive. Then in terms of simplicity, right, you can add
yeah,
the subscription form will have intuitive or easy to use.
it'll be easy to use.
The subscription form will have the subscription form, right?
Yeah.
Will have easy to use
features.
Or talk of intuitive, just talk of intuitive features. We'll have intuitive features. Intuitive is can now take care of user friend, not user friendly, being user friendly. Yeah? So, which means you need to work on that subscription form, like have a drop down, have a checkboxes, or radio buttons. Those are now the intuitive features we are talking about, right?
Okay. But if I can't do it, then can I leave it out?
Yeah, that's why you need to confirm. If you are not able to do it, then you need to not, you don't need to put it there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now the rest.
Then you don't have a wish list. You need to
Oh, I
have a
do.
wish list.
I do. Oh, I think it got cancelled out. Just a minute.
And I'm wondering where you are, Naval, because all these things we discussed.
I went through the YouTube video.
Yes. And why were
Yeah.
you still repeating? Because in your document you have included things that should not be part of the requirements.
That's the wrong one. I made one proper one.
So this wish list is not, I think you need to rework on it.
I have. I'm just copy pasting now. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That one is okay. So let's go to constraint.
Yeah. Let me save it before I lose it or something. Yeah.
So constraints, here we were talking about things that will limit you or will limit your product. First of all, you'll tell us the boundary of your product and what you wished, but you are not able to achieve, and why. So when
Those
you're
are the
talking,
constraints.
yeah, when you're talking about limited technology, large amount of data in the database, no, that is not limited technology.
That can't be handled.
You can just tell us that, and why is limited technology? What is that limited technology, first of all?
Like the storage, the ability to store, the memory.
Which memory?
Like the space needed to store the database.
Which product do you want to develop? Just sending a notification.
Yeah.
I don't think if there's something to do with memory there.
Okay. But what if there's so many users that it can't store their data?
that one, I don't think you are not concerned about the user. You are concerned about a web-based application that will allow users to receive notifications.
Yes.
Are you able to? There are things you have put under wish list. Why is it that you don't have an option for online assistance? Can you tell us why you don't have option for online assistance?
Mm-hmm. It's in the wish list because I don't really know how to do it.
Why? Why couldn't you include it?
I think you need a person that can talk to someone, like talk to the user while they want help.
Okay, I'm asking.
Yes.
Why couldn't you include that feature? Or why can't this web page have multiple languages?
Because it's hard to implement it.
So what are you lacking? What is it that you are lacking? Is it money, or is it time, or is it capacity?
It's the skill.
That is capacity, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so those are the constraints. So you'll say this system will only send notification. No, this system will only be available in English language.
Or you can use the wish list to make one.
It is the wish list that help you to define your constraint.
Okay.
Those are things that you wish could be included,
yes,
but you are not able to include them. Why? You have a constraint. You have some limitation.
Yes.
Constraints are limitations.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So you can just say the system will only be available in
one
language. You can go ahead and say maybe English. But due to it's on okay.
What about the others? Are the others good?
This system will only be available in one language only, that is English.
Yeah.
Due to
capacity problems.
Due to lack of
skill.
Yeah, skills to implement multilingual features, you know. Right?
Yes.
Then you can also talk of notification will be sent only through email.
Notifs. Is this another point?
Yeah, you can. Those are points. You can put them either as, you can write them as continuous prose or as points. There's no problem.
So you were saying?
Yeah, you need to get a word. You will only send notification through email, not through mobile. Why? Why is it that you can't include mobile notification or text?
will only be available through mobile, through compute. Will only be available through computers. I don't know.
What will be available only through computers?
The email notifications.
Yeah, and you have not written that.
Yeah, now I have.
Why? Due to?
Will not be able.
Will be available through
Can you say
email, through
will not
email
be
only.
okay?
Will be available
Through email only.
Why? Due to? So you can talk of maybe you needed some cash to, because
Can you say lack of resources?
yeah, due to lack of money to subscribe to, due to lack of money.
Can you say resources if I want? If you want? If it's okay?
No, you can't talk of resources. Which resources?
Oh, okay.
Lack of money to subscribe to text. That is to subscribe to SMS. That is a short message service. No, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I need you to add some others. I don't need to think for you all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just to try to look at what you'll be able to achieve and what you ought to have achieved. Yeah.
So I can say the online assistance wouldn't be available because you need a real-time advisor.
Yeah. You can go ahead and add those, but I think you have understood. You have understood what I'm talking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, to others, I think we can now leave. Usman, I believe you are able to improve on your product. Yeah, don't be discouraged. Everybody, if you are doing something, you will. Let me tell you one thing. It's not this unit you can pass provided you follow the guidelines given. So it doesn't mean that if you don't come up with a very sophisticated product, then you are going to fail. No. So Muhammad, be encouraged that whatever you've done, you need just to document it well. You need to prove that you did something and you have learned. And following, using a process, you can come up with a good product. Right? Yeah, so nobody should be discouraged. Whatever you've done, provided you have followed a plan that we have discussed here, you will definitely pass. Yeah, so nobody should be discouraged. Okay. All right. So See you next week. If you have any issue, always you can always chat me. But I know getting a session is very hard. That's why during the week it's a bit hectic to get a session, and that's why we should always maximize the time that we have during the class. So have a good evening, and see you next week.
What about the rest? What do I do? Is it okay?
Okay. Now the rest you need to. I believe you've understood what is required under constraint, right?
Yes.
So you need to add more things. I need not to tell you one by one, but you are the one who. Okay, you've talked of budget is another constraint. The money involved in investing in hardware for the Fan Olympic game is going to be very high, and would have to employ accounting team. They would have to minimize cost as much as possible, because I don't think if that is relevant to your product. Just
Okay.
put things that are relevant to your product. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, so just expound on that. Talk of time, because of time, you may not do what? You may not try to look for why, if you are given longer time, what would you improve on that system, on that product? Assume you are given another, say, 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Are there improvements you can do on that product?
Okay.
I'm asking you a question. Is it?
Yes, if you have more time, then you could make it better.
What can you make better?
More, what do you call, to make it look more professional?
Yeah, so you can include that. You can say that because time will be because of like there you talk of time is another constraint. For example, I will not complete the website up to the professional expectation because of time. You see?
The professional expectation.
Yeah. Or for the website to achieve a professional look. Yeah, so I think you'll be adding that because of time. I'm just giving you a hint, so I need you to, yeah, I need you to just add that. So talk of time, because of time, there are things that you cannot do perfectly well.
Yeah.
So you need to document that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then in terms of resources, try to look at you yourself. Try to look at the computer that you have, or any gadget that you are going to use in this project. Then give specific, exact specification. For example, if it is a laptop, is it a MacBook Pro, Xenon processor, 3.5 gigahertz with 8 GB of RAM and 1 TB of hard disk. That is how you state the resources, right? You have to tell us exactly what is that machine that you are working with.
Okay.
Is that
Otherwise,
right?
what I have is what I have good?
No, that is not complete.
Okay, but what I have is incomplete. But what's there right now? Is it okay?
If you talk of the hardware for coding the registration website and a programmer, who is the programmer?
That would be me.
Yeah, so you just need to state yourself. Don't beat about the bush.
Yeah. Okay.
Then the hardware for coding what is that hardware for coding?
The computer.
Which one?
Laptop.
You need to give specification. You just say a laptop, a HP or a Dell laptop
Okay.
with 8 GB of RAM, 1
Okay.
TB of hard disk, right?
Yes.
Do you have internet?
Or
Are you you have internet, right?
Yes.
Yes, so that's another resource.
Okay. Okay.
You can talk over the
Should I put it in bullet points because in a paragraph manner?
Them in bullets. Yes, you need to
Yeah.
put them in bullets. Are you investing any money in this project?
Yes, to pay for the to finance the functional area, the functional areas,
What
like
will
the
you
finance and accounting people, like for those guys.
Are you sure you are going to employ people?
I'd have to employ for finance and accounting.
Why do you employ?
Because they'll be keeping track of the budget.
Will you be able to demonstrate that?
Don't
Don't
give the website.
Don't give hypothetical scenarios.
Okay.
Give real scenarios.
Yeah. Okay.
Then evaluation. Now you tell us how you will test. Remember what we have just talked about. Test protocol.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just give us briefly the test protocol. How will you evaluate those functional requirements? How will you check whether somebody has subscribed? How will you confirm that somebody has received email notification about a game event? Right?
Okay.
Yes. So those are the things we want to be included here, because this evaluation part is what we will read next week when you present for us the product to be delivered.
Okay.
So tell us how you'll confirm whether people are subscribing, right? Tell us how they'll receive notification. How will you confirm that they have received a notification for an upcoming game event?
This is part of the testing or the evaluation?
Yeah, evaluation is about testing. How will you test for your product?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is it. Then you remove those guidance, remove the guidance text. So once you make those changes, just read it through, make sure the English is correct, the wordings are flowing. Then you can send it. You can send it so that I put my signature. And
so what about the evaluation? My evaluation, is it okay?
I believe we've talked about what you need to include in the evaluation.
So my evaluation is fine. Like you've told me what to do, but is mine okay though? Like I have to include your stuff also, but what I have, is it okay?
What you have, what you have is generic.
Okay.
So I want you to make it your own.
Okay.
Like, tell us how you'll how you'll check whether somebody has subscribed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So after writing all this, the aim evaluation is to locate and remove any defect. No, those are generic. The
Okay.
So you can tell us that the evaluation will be done to confirm whether the website or the web-based application is able to notify users of the upcoming game. In order to confirm this, you tell us blah, blah, blah. Users will fill in a form. After filling in a form, then games will be fed into the system. After the games are fed into the system, when the time for the game has reached, a user will receive an email notification. Are you getting the kind of things you need to include in the evaluation?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just giving you a hint, but you need to now to write it by yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and you just try to include email notification, subscription, those core features, and maybe one maybe a sample non-functional requirement, right?
Okay.
Yes. So once you do that, then you can send it, and you can now use it to present your work. Otherwise, this one, this one is very key. Without this, then even next week you'll not be able to present.
When are you free during this week? This next class?
Yeah, just share it in the course of this week. Huh?
But when will you be free?
Free in terms of?
Like supposing my requirement specification doesn't meet what you need.
But I think we've discussed everything. Unless
So
you put in.
what if I don't do it properly or something? I don't know. Just in case.
Okay, you'll just send whatever you've worked on.
Yeah.
In case of any issue, I think it should be okay now with the information. If you are taking
But
those.
what if my wording is not correct? My wording. But the idea is the same.
Then I'll let you know.
Okay, fine.
You can correct that, and you can see. I'll guide you through email.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Have a good evening, and see you next week.